marriage proposed that each person is made of divine goodness. Science offers that we just might be stardust. Whatever your beliefs, know that you are a gift inherently worthy of love. And I'm so glad that you're here today. Love is the spirit of all souls, and service is our law. We've said this since 1903, and we mean it. As we settle in this space, I gift to you these words which were released just days ago by the Unitarian Universalist Association chaplains, my colleagues, the Reverends J.J. Flagg and Victoria Safford. Friend, go to the window, open the door, move away from the screen, pocket your phone. For just a moment, sometime today, let this November air mess with your hair, caress your crumpled, tear-streaked face, kiss your bare hands as it has since you were small and as it will as you grow old. All is not lost. Go to the window, open the door. If you can't, if you're sick or in jail or at work with no break, if you're stuck in an airport or riding a train or in labor right now, if your body can't move to a door or the window, just imagine you can smell the rain, taste the wind, the body and breath of the beautiful world. Close your eyes, breathe deep, drink deep the nourishing, life-giving air, and let it be spirit inside you. Breathe in life, breathe out again. Breathe more. This is your life and our lives together. You and I and all the beloveds at risk as never before. Humans and trees, rivers and land, animals, children and birds. Breathe in love for them. Breathe in love for us all. Protection, resolve, and when you're able, when you're ready, whenever you can, breathe out a prayer of hope. This may take a while. We have to hold our breath a long while, gulping in air as if we're desperate, which today, my friend, we are. Breathe in rage and fear and fury, bone weariness, grief, panic, and disgust. Breathe out a whisper, a sliver, a shiver, a single frail molecule of hope to be carried like milkweed, who only knows where. You know this and must not forget. Still in all ways we are held within and we comprise a larger love. We are held within and we comprise the mighty, irrefutable persistence and resistance of our ancestors and the urgent, laughing beauty of our children. We are held within and we comprise holy and ferocious power. Spirit breath moves through us still, inspiring, insisting. Any act of love we undertake henceforth will be a revolution. Open your window. Go to the door. Reach for a neighbor, even a stranger. Now, I believe, as I didn't before, that you could knock on almost any door, tremble on the threshold, and when they open, collapse in their arms. They'll hold you. You'll hold them, weeping, fist pounding, amazed at your brazen audacity. A little embarrassed, but mostly emboldened. What on earth is left for us to lose? Take a breath. Taste the wind, drink the rain, this feast prepared anew each day. Remember who you are and whose you are. The beloveds and beloved who know you by your name, who expect great things of you, which is to say that you will keep on keeping on, never alone, and with your dignity still shining. Breathe deep and notice who's hurting, who now is in danger. Maybe it's you. Who needs prayers of hope and more than that, way more, in order to survive? Hold out your brave and loving hands, stronger than you know, your brave and beating heart, and do not, under any circumstances, let go of beauty and truth. Do not let go of faith and hope and love. We are held within, and we comprise a holiness no tyrant can diminish or demean. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. Mi gente, we gather today, and many of us are not okay. Bring your rage, your tight muscles, your upset stomachs, your rage, your questions, and your hope. Bring them here to the altar of community so that we might do alchemy this day, and you may leave this space transformed. I'm the Reverend Katie Romano Griffin, together with Nancy Olson, Director of Congregational Life and Faith Formation, Liz Elsmore, who will be on piano, and Sarah Gardner, our guest musician. We are your worship team on the chancel, and we have a very different service and post-service planned for you. Many months ago, we were awarded a Center for Congregations mental health grant. This incredible grant is funding Sarah to be with us today. And many of our post-service, apparently I was talking to my mother because it says actividades, activities. I hope you will join us for one of these activities at 11:30. But after service, we're going to head into the social hall right through these doors. We're going to share food. It's coming. Nobody has to bring anything. Thank you for all the kitchen angels helping out today. And then Amanda Thomas has come from Chicago to lead after service for those who want to meet in the music room, and I'm happy to direct you to where that is. But if you want to meet, if you want to sing, if you want to settle in the space, you'll gather in the music room, or maybe you'll gather upstairs on the 3rd floor for an important conversation, or maybe you'll gather in the big room in the atrium because Linda and John Burns are going to be teaching some dance steps in there. And of course, there will be food and games. And I want to thank Mickey, Pat, Nancy, Renee, and Jean, who were the mental health grant team, who have made all of the many things we've done this year happen. So I see Nancy. Where is everybody else? Maybe everybody's not quite here yet, but let's give them a round of applause. People of all ages are welcome in service, and nursery care is available if that option works best for you. I think this week it's especially important for folks to fill out these connection cards. Let me know how you're doing, and let me know if you need anything. Tomorrow is Veterans Day, and I was wondering if the veterans among us could just rise and body our spirit so that we could thank you. Thank you all for your service. As we continue with our time together today, we acknowledge the land itself and those who've sustained it throughout the generations. We are upon the unceded land of the Lenape, Miamia, Kaskaskia, Shawnee, and Kickapoo people who were pushed from their land and whose children have been stolen for generations. As we strive to be a community of justice, may we continue to find ways to make reparations.
Are you reading the covenant? Are you reading the covenant? Amanda's going to light our chalice for us today. This ritual of lighting our chalice is also a symbol of faith and hope and love that has endured here at All Souls in many different ways and in many of our ups and downs. When we speak our covenant together, it reminds us to continually renew our promise to live into this covenant, to put love into action, and to live out this community of love and justice that we aim to be. So if you would please rise in body or spirit as we say the words that are listed in your order of celebration, as well as up there. And we will say the words in Spanish first.
Thank you, Nancy. El amor es el espíritu de esta iglesia y el servicio es su ley. Vivir juntos en paz, buscar la verdad en el amor y ayudarnos unos a otros. Este es nuestro pacto. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. This is our covenant. You may remain risen as we sing together, I Am Willing by Holly Neer. And those words were an addendum to the order of celebration. If you don't have words, just put your hand up for me. All right, I got you covered.
Oh, here.
Can you? You may be seated. It has been a roller coaster of a week. Last week, we talked about the phases of trauma and disaster in preparation for the myriad of outcomes that were possible this week. And those are resources and tools that we can draw on in this time. My experience is different than white-bodied folks and black folks and even darker-skinned Latinos, my Asian and South Asian kin. My expectations for where society and where the United States is in its development is different than some of yours. And our Universalist theology causes me to have hope and faith still in humanity. I'm thinking a lot this week about Martha and Waitzel Sharp. Some of you may have learned about them in the movie Defying the Nazis, which is still available, I think, on PBS. But the Sharps were two Unitarian ministers who, during World War II, with zero experience, answered the call by the Unitarian Service Committee and went to Czechoslovakia and literally learned to be spies in order to get people out of Czechoslovakia. Some of us have directly survived oppressive regimes. Petra has told us in recent weeks she's a Holocaust survivor. There are beloveds here who fought wars for democracy in World War II. Some of us, our ancestors, as I mentioned, are like mine, who survived the junta in Argentina and Mussolini in Sicily. We have answers and resilience in our personal, ancestral, religious, and collective histories. Some of us have survived occupations by colonists. Some of us have relatives who are still living in occupied lands. We occupy land. Unless we are of indigenous heritage, we are on someone else's land right now. If you've been feeling powerless, I invite you to consider the strength and the tools in our religious, perhaps ancestral or chosen families that can be a roadmap to discovering our power in this time. We will need to tighten security. This is a hard reality. We've had to do that before as a liberal faith tradition. Our Jewish kin, our Muslim kin, have been living in conditions here in this country that have required them to have amazing security procedures. And so we learn from each other. We must also, in the coming weeks, begin to ask the questions of ourselves. Will we lean into being a center that teaches or amplifies skills for life and justice making? This is something that came up in our visioning session last year. Will we install within the confines of our building a Plan B vending machine so that people can come and have access to birth control? And we can claim, as we have in our case against the state of Indiana with the ACLU, as we're fighting against the near abortion ban, that it is our religious right and our religious heritage and a religious mandate that we have access to birth control. Will we do that? Are we prepared to be a sanctuary congregation? Will we be marrying people from the LGBTQIA+ community over the next several months? Will you volunteer if we do mass weddings again, as we have in the past, to ensure the rights of those among us? Will we be a space that offers legal clinics for immigrants and LGBTQ beloveds? Will we be a place for community where we just come to cook and eat together, to share food and serve as a mutual aid center? These are the things that we can think about in the coming weeks. Social justice can look and take many different shapes and forms. And there are already good people and networks in the community doing good work. So we don't need to reinvent the wheel. We can work with our community partners. I'm going to be sharing some more information about next steps on Saturday. I hope you will join me this coming Saturday. We're having a volunteer appreciation. It's a gathering time, a learning time, community building time. It officially starts at 10 a.m., but if you want to hang out with me in the kitchen, I'm just going to be making a mess. I'll probably make some arepas, maybe some locro. You can bring any ingredients you want, and we'll cook together. You don't have to pre-register. There's no set agenda. Just come, be in community, let's cook. And then at 10, we will review our pathways to connection, how things get done. We will talk about our security procedures. If you're available between 11 and 12:30 on Thursday, I'll be at MOTW Coffee in Carmel for drop-in office hours. And if you want to check in beyond that, then you may just send me an email. I am prioritizing pastoral care, community connection, and smashing white cis heteropatriarchy. That's my order of events. So if you're emailing for anything besides that, it's probably going to be a while. But we need each other right now, and you need your minister to be a presence for you right now. So you are my priority, and yours are the emails that I'm looking for when I'm scanning. And some of the other things can wait for a little while, okay? And I'm meeting with the Black Church Coalition tomorrow and other leaders in the community. So hear me on that. And if you're starting to feel like you're alone, isolation is the enemy. Community and empathy are the antidotes. So lean in to each other and reach out. This week, we are sharing our offering plate with the Miamia tribe, one of the tribes whose land we're on. By sharing the plate, I hope this is a movement towards real reparations. I invite you to contribute however you are able. Online, you can click on a link, or if you're here, you can also click on the Linktree links, or cash or check in the offering plate. And I want to thank you for your generosity, your support of the mission and ministries of All Souls. Most importantly, the greatest gift that you can give us today and every day is your presence. We need each other to survive and to thrive. So thank you for your generosity. And after the offering, we are blessed to have Sarah with us today, and we will engage in the sound bath. And if you have blankets, you can come up here. There's blankets set up. You can grab a pillow. We're just going to relax and regulate our nervous systems. In the words of the Nap Bishop, rest is resistance. So today, let us regulate, let us rest, and let us be in community. Thank you. Thanks.
My name is Sarah, and I am so grateful for the opportunity to be here with you all today. I'm going to invite you to find a comfortable position for your body. The more comfortable you can be, the better this experience will feel for you. There is no wrong or right position. Whatever feels best for you is perfect. But just spend a moment trying to figure out how you can feel supported here for the next about 30 minutes or so. And once you feel situated and supported and comfortable, if it feels safe and comfortable for you, I'd like to invite you to close your eyes. Alternatively, you are very welcome to just lower your gaze to your nose or to your chest if that feels better for you. Or you might actually use something to cover your eyes if that's going to help. I realize it's bright, it's morning, we're very used to being awake right now, so this can be a little bit challenging. So whatever you need to do, please feel free to do. And we do this primarily to reduce visual stimulation and distraction, which actually boosts our remaining available senses. So for our purposes today, by closing or covering your eyes, you will be able to enhance your hearing at least a little bit and go deeper into the experience. But we also close our eyes to help us welcome this intentional pause and this journey inward that you have all chosen to take today. Like many of you, I have been met with a multitude of heavy emotions this week. And as uncomfortable as it is, I'm just doing my best to sit with them. Because honestly, that's all there is to do right now. There is no timeline for processing this. And wherever you are at in your process, it's valid. And whatever you're feeling right now is also valid. If you are having a hard time moving past a sense of despair and towards something that feels more productive or future-oriented, that's okay. The time will come for that. And today, in the comfort and in the safety of community, we are just going to let ourselves feel whatever we feel. Because this is a first-time experience for many people, I do just want to offer a few tips before we start. If you find that this is not comfortable or enjoyable for you, please know that you are welcome to quietly get up and leave at any point. And just know that you are fully empowered to do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself this morning as we do this. A few heads up for some physiological responses that you might experience. There is a very good chance that your digestion will become activated, so you might be able to hear or feel your stomach. You might hear someone else's stomach. There's a good chance people will fall asleep. People might snore. There's also going to be some unplanned sounds that we just can't control. So with all of that said, please do your best to shift your lens of distraction, and instead of viewing unplanned sounds as distractions, maybe we can just let them become another layer in this sound experience that we are creating and sharing here together. I'm going to start by leading us through a brief guided meditation, and then I will play the instruments for about 30 minutes. And then I'll very gently guide you back with some soft music and my voice will take a few minutes to reintegrate into our bodies and into this space, and that will be it. Take a moment to thank yourself for being here, for taking this time to be still, and for giving your body and your mind the gifts of presence and rest. This time is just for you, and you deserve this time. Gently remind your body that it has nowhere else to be right now, and that nothing is expected or required of it. And with that simple cue, feel your body start to soften and relax. And we're going to start our practice by just tuning in to whatever we're feeling and simply allow ourselves to be present with each other and with our emotions. As you begin to settle into your body, your feelings might become more noticeable. Whatever is present with you here is welcome. However you are in this moment is welcome. As you're ready, I invite you to take a nice, big, deep inhale through your nose, really filling yourself up. And hold the breath briefly at the top. Just let yourself feel the fullness of your breath. And then open your mouth, let your breath go with a sigh. Again, inhale deeply through your nose. Hold the breath briefly at the top. Let it all go through your mouth with a sigh until there's nothing left to release. Breathing like this signals to your body that you are safe and it is time to relax. And it begins a beautiful process of calming things down inside of us. And I realize that you might not feel safe in your life right now, and that's valid. But in this moment, you are safe. And sometimes the body needs a reminder. And deep breaths are a very potent and powerful reminder. And I invite you to remember that as you navigate the coming days and weeks and months. As you're ready, just allow your breath to find its natural rhythm again. And we're going to offer the body a little assistance now to help it relax even further. And as we do this, I invite you to visualize any tension you find along the way actually leaving your body. We'll start by bringing our awareness to the very top of the head. Relax your forehead. Soften the space between your eyebrows. Allow the cheeks to fall down heavy from the cheekbones. Continue by inviting your scalp to also soften and relax, softening behind your ears, soften the back of the head, the top of the head, and around your temples. Unclench your jaw, maybe opening and closing your mouth a few times, helping to release any tension you're holding there. Relax your neck, your throat, and the collarbones. Feel a softening across your chest. Allow the weight of gravity to pull on your shoulders. Let the arms, the hands and fingers become heavy. Your ribs soften. Your belly loosens. The hips become heavy and the thighs become soft. Relax your knees, your shins, ankles, and feet. Let go of tension in all 10 toes. And feel yourself drop into a deep state of relaxation. Feel yourself sink deeper. And simply allow yourself to rest here. Gently, gently begin to deepen your breath. Let your next inhale help start to guide your awareness back into your body. Feel the ground beneath you, supporting you, holding you. Feel the walls that surround you. And slowly and in your own time, feel your whole self come back into this space. As your body feels ready, you can start to invite gentle movement back into your fingers and your toes. You might take a couple shoulder rolls, lifting your shoulders to your ears and then letting them melt down your back. Maybe very gently circling out your neck by tracing large circles in the air with your nose. And we will close the sound bath by sharing a moment of gratitude together. You're welcome to bow your head. You might bring your hands to your heart space. Just find whatever feels most appropriate for you. We share gratitude for this practice and the ability to passively restore ourselves. We share gratitude for each other and connection and this All Souls community. And again, please take a moment of gratitude for yourself, for showing up for yourself today and taking the time to do something that was just for you. Thank you all so much for showing up and letting me share this time with you.
Thank you so much for this gift, Sarah.
Thank you.
We will all need rest in the times to come, all of us. And every person in this room, we all benefit from systems of oppression. And when we talk about smashing systems, we mean systems, not people. The work of the Sharps is a great model to follow because they used their systemic privileges for liberation. And for some of us, our work is to rest more than we ever have before. As Valerie Kaur says, when the knee is on your neck, you must breathe and survive. And I add to that, accept and ask for love, support, and resources from others. Empathy and community are the antidote to authoritarianism and Christian nationalism. I give to you these words by the Reverend Julian Soto, and I invite you to allow them to wash through you. You are who I love. People lighting the chalice in hundreds of places, thousands of tongues of fire, singing the message, all are loved. We matter and belong. You are who I love, elders staying home and reaching for the tools that keep us together and safe. You are who I love, parents holding tenderly all the risk and waiting. You I love, kids who are dreaming of days of summer, hot and golden sun and freedom. You are who I love, the still afraid one, frowning and wondering if everything will ever be okay again. Beloved, yes, where the sun rises, the hope of healing also shines. You are who I love, keeper of the covenant, emblem of our care. We each arrive imagining what's possible and come away festooned with an abundance of love and a bone-deep experience of grace. I love you. You belong. You are not alone. Que así sea. Amen. And blessed be.